Windows 7 taskbar groups to use vertical menus only, not thumbnails. I frequently have 10 or more windows of the same application, e.g. Outlook, Word, IE, etc., open at one time. Windows 7's new taskbar grouping thumbnail feature shows a preview of open windows, aka thumbnails, when you single-click on the taskbar group for that application. But when I have over 10 windows open, more thumbnails than will fit horizontally on my screen, Windows reverts to a vertical menu. This is disconcerting since I need to train myself to deal with two separate behaviors and can never anticipate what I'm going to see when I click on a taskbar group. Furthermore, I find the thumbnails more difficult to visually scan through versus the vertical menu, because only 1 to 2 words of each Windows title are shown. Typically that's not enough text to disambiguate and help me find the right window. I'd like to force Windows 7's taskbar grouping to always show a vertical menu, like in XP, instead of sometimes showing thumbnail previews and sometimes showing a vertical menu. Anyone know how, whether this can be done? Update. By the way, I'm running the RTM version, build 7600, of Windows 7. There are apparently other solutions out there which work on earlier builds, but which don't work on the RTM build.
I came across this post while looking for an answer for this same issue. One thing I found, if you go into control panel is greater than system is greater than advanced system settings is greater than performance settings and uncheck enable desktop composition, it will remove most arrow features, but it does give you a consistent vertically listed taskbar menu. I like the regular arrow desktop visuals, so I'm kind of torn, a pretty interface or a functional one. Unfortunately at this time Microsoft won't let me do both. Overall, the new taskbar, pinning of icons, gigantic icon preview windows, and frequently used lists are totally stupid and useless. Silas.
There's a registry key you can edit to get this behavior even in modern versions of Windows 7. hkey_current_user /software/Microsoft/Windows/current version/Explorer/taskband. Create a dword called numThumbnails, and set it to 0 to achieve list mode for all taskbar groups. Alternatively, you can set it to a number such as 3 or 4. Then apps with that many or fewer windows will use the thumbnails interface, but apps with more than that many windows will use the list mode. This is my preferred setup, so that things like Outlook and Word still use thumbnails when I have 2 to 3 windows open, but Chrome and Windows Explorer, for which I typically have 10 to 15 windows open each, use the more informative list mode, vertical menus. Source: this URL.
You can also use a basic and high contrast theme within control panel /appearance and personalization. You would lose the arrow features though.
In Windows 10 and maybe 7, WinArrow enables reducing the number of thumbnails in the taskbar so that Windows will stack them after that. See under taskbar thumbnails, this URL. Much better than horizontal. Grace and peace through Jesus the Lord.
If you learn to stop the show, please consider hitting subscribing.